everyone, welcome back. I'm just gonna have some Rice Krispies today with a banana and some toast. And I was just gonna have cinnamon toast, but I have to have some Smucker's jam too to satisfy my craving for strawberry jam. But I was gonna do the toast later, take a break and do the toast because I didn't want it to be cold or soggy, but I put it in anyways and without thinking. So now I have to hurry up and get the margarine on. Yeah, it's a cold, rainy day here in New England. This is kind of healthy. It's wheat toast or whole grain or something like that. I forget. Got my sugar here, my coffee. Got my milk. Christmas tree forest here. That's 2. Probably need like 3. Don't you have like a design principle where you don't have like an even? There has to be like an odd number. I think I'm thinking of gardening when they plant flowers or something like that, or bushes. Anyhow. Some McCormick's cinnamon. Probably fresh ground cinnamon is better, but so this is always good. This is a good addition also to French toast. You should put some cinnamon, although the cinnamon doesn't, dry cinnamon doesn't mix, it just sort of floats around. It doesn't mix into the liquid. Did I forget to put the sugar on? Clang. Sorry about that. If there's anything I know about cooking, it's when they leave out the sugar. I don't think when I listen to other people's ASMR, I don't think I'm utilizing this mic correctly. They have such capture such quality of low chewing sounds that I don't think I'm getting. I use that Sony Vegas, and I don't want to. I know you're supposed to avoid clipping, but I don't think I'm getting. You're supposed to turn. I have the Zoom recorder, and you have phantom power. You can use this Blue Yeti with a USB, and it's powered 5 volts through the USB, or you use the XLR connector, and it gets its power through the Zoom recorder. Now when you do that, there's a condenser mic, I guess, and you're supposed to turn the gain all the way down, and you rely on the gain from the Zoom recorder. That's my understanding, at least. If anybody knows a little bit more about adjusting the audio to pick up low sound, leave a comment. I wonder if I should bring this down a little bit. And I have my Chiquita banana. Chiquita banana. That's a good ASMR word, Chiquita. I didn't really bring. I have a butter knife. It's gonna have to do. You know what I don't like? I don't like the string things on the bananas. I don't like mushy bananas either. Once they have any brown spots on them, I don't like that. Okay, let's clean up the clutter here. Bring this up. Camera view. Let's bring this over here. Okay, let's capture this. Snap, crackle, and pop. Here we go. Sugar. And my spoon. So, how does that look? Okay. All right. It's in the 50s today, but then it's going to drop down into the 20s. The 20s for nighttime temperatures is going to be in the 30s, but it's still a big drop. The roads are already starting to break up with potholes. I've been meaning to take out the old gas of the snowblower and get it working. I always do it in the middle of a blizzard, struggle to try to get the thing started. I know I'm in New England, but I just don't. I'm not feeling the snow thing this year. I don't feel like shoveling a lot of snow this year. But it comes with the territory. If you want to live in New England, you're going to be shoveling snow sooner or later. But we seem to be in a weather pattern with a lot of precipitation. Right now it's too warm to be snow, but if this continues, I think we'll be getting a lot of snow through, I don't know, the end of December, February, March. They had some expert on TV saying that the precipitation in November doesn't really indicate what to expect in the following months. So November is usually a wet month here in New England. I think I'll hold off. The last piece of toast will be the strawberry jam. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get sleep last night after eating all those donuts and the apple pie. But I was wrong. I was looking on Amazon for any good movies. I didn't really see any that I was interested in. There's a lot of free martial arts movies or Chinese martial art fantasy type of movies. There's a lot of free stuff if you have Amazon Prime. But I was just too tired, I think. I tend to only watch sci-fi movies, that's about it. Piece of toast. surprised they never made an animated movie with Snap, Crackle, and Pop for kids and product placement and toy sales. I guess Amazon's gonna have, well, Amazon and Walmart. Is Kmart still in the picture? But now that Toys R Us is gone, there's gonna be a bumper year for profits, I would imagine, from Amazon. Well, every year Amazon's profits are going up. But who's gonna fill the void with all the toys that were sold from Toys R Us? I think last I heard, some investors were trying to get together and bring Toys R Us back. Anybody remember Child World? We used to have Child World here up in New England. The first 10-speed bike I had was a white Columbia bike, purchased at Child World. It was a Schwinn, and it was made, the Schwinn at that time was made in England. And we actually had a local Schwinn bike dealer. I haven't noticed I know cross country or what, BMX bikes or whatever. I know what they're called, trail bikes or something. I know that's a popular sport, but I've never noticed any bike shops while driving around. Now you have all these businesses getting created that are all modeled around an app. So you've got bikes. It's amazing, like, you can just take property associated with the business and drop it off on public property. How is that legal? So you get all these bikes popping up, people just prop them up against fences, put them on public sidewalks. So we have the Americans with Disability Act, which makes, you have to make all sidewalks accessible to the handicapped. And then we go ahead and we throw bikes in their way. We put all these obstacles in their way. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I've got a snowblower. I'd like to make a couple of bucks off of renting it. I think I'm just gonna go put a tag on it, take it down, put a GPS thing on it so I can track it maybe, and create an app and just drop it down downtown, put it on the public sidewalk so people have to walk around it. I'll throw my rakes down on the sidewalk too. Anybody wants to rent my rakes, any of my lawn equipment, my lawnmower, my snowblower, I'll create an app and I'll just throw it all on top of the sidewalk wherever I feel like it. People have to walk out in the street if they want to go around it. It's my business model. I just don't understand it. And if one business is able to do that, they should be able to have competition, right? I remember here locally we used to have, I remember when USA Today first created, we used to have, we had the Boston Globe and the Boston Herald here in Massachusetts. And they used to have the paper, the boxes. You put your quarter in or whatever and buy a paper. And I think I seem to recall when USA was created, they put boxes up next to these two local newspapers, and they were upset for the competition. That's the same thing. That's a public space, and they were just dropping off these newspaper boxes. They'd have them chained up, next to telephone poles or light poles or something. I don't see them too often. I think maybe at train stations or something. Nowadays, I guess you just get a subscription and read the paper online. But if all businesses are able to just take their property and put it onto public property, it's going to be a mess out there. Everybody's going to have to walk in the street. I don't recall ever reading any article on local ordinances or agreements being signed with any of these companies that want to use apps. Like I said, like these bikes, they just drop these bikes off around the neighborhoods on the sidewalks, public sidewalks. That's going to be a mess in the wintertime too, when you have to shovel snow around bikes that are stuck in the snow. And kids are just going to take those bikes and throw them in ponds or throw them on even private property. I don't see how that business model is going to be a success. Oh, I was going to use the strawberry. Looks like I'm going to have to suffer through. I have to make an executive decision here. I take the sugar that I've already put on, put it in my milk, and then put my strawberry preserve. Problem solved. I'm just jonesing, as they say, jonesing for some strawberry preserve. I wonder what the origin of that expression is. That must be difficult if English is your second language and you learn all these little phrases that really don't have a translation. Like if you tell somebody to scram or take a hike. You say, take a hike. Well, maybe I will take you up on that opportunity someday, but I don't feel like taking a hike right now. No, get out of here. Get out of my face. Hit the road. Scram. Beat it. That's the one great thing about English language. Is all these unique phrases to get right to the point. Teach the joke behind that to people who are learning English as a second language. That's really difficult. You have to be a good teacher to be able to do that. I mean, when you learn a language, most people don't learn the proper, grammatical language. Nobody talks like that. Nobody talks in complete grammatically correct sentences, no matter what language you speak in. Speaking of not proper, I'm going to be drinking the milk out of the bowl. Okay, well, that was good. I think it's getting kind of noisy outside. Sounds like the neighbors moving stuff around, but so I'll end the video here. I think it's going on kind of long anyways, but sort of went off on a couple of tangents there, but thanks to all my subscribers. I can't believe it. I think I'm at 140. Just before I came up here, I was at 139, and then out of the blue, I hit 140. Thanks to all my subscribers and my viewers. This has been great up to this point, and I hope it continues. I really appreciate you watching. It's been fun. And my difficult thing is to come up with new things to eat, new variations. So thanks for all your comments. Thanks for your support. I can't thank everyone enough. See you next video. Bye.